Here. Here. Waiting for the chat to load up. I hope the fucking internet is not gonna be acting funny right now, cause not today. Not today. We're gonna be starting out with the Zodiac Tarot. Not sure if we're gonna stay on this one too long, but we're definitely gonna start out with this one. Have kids, they said. It would be fun, they said. Good afternoon, fam. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. Good afternoon, guys. We're gonna tap in. We're gonna post some messages here, and we're gonna wrap this up. Happy Wednesday. Today has been... It's been a day. It's been a day. Hi, Bramilda. Hi, Miss Redmond. Hi, Deb. Just what I needed. Headphones turned all the way up. Yes, happy Wednesday, family. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday. I feel like I've been live at least 10 minutes. And I haven't even started shuffling, really. It's not good. Then again, that's kind of been the pace of the day. Moving real slow today. Moving real slow today. Somebody could actually be hungover. Not me. But somebody may actually be hungover. Because it definitely feels like... I didn't want to get up this morning. I didn't want to go to work this morning. I didn't want to go to the gym this morning. Ugh. Somebody is like that. That's the energy. I hope you guys can hear me and see me well. Wow. First card out is the Sun. Wasn't expecting that. Quite literally, wasn't expecting that because the card came out face down. So somebody's going to get good news. And I just feel like it's going to come after a not so fun time. Because I feel like the beginning half of my day has been... And it's not like nothing negative is happening. It's just like, I'm tired. I want to go to sleep. That's how I feel. Even coming into this live. So this unexpected, because first card out, but it fell face down. So this unexpected energy is like, I wasn't expecting to get good news. I wasn't expecting to hear from this person. I wasn't this person that I want to hear from, right? I wasn't expecting to get this email. I wasn't expecting to have this opportunity. I wasn't expecting to enjoy myself this much at this function. That energy with the Sun card, first card out, it's good. It's not bad. I also feel like this good comes in, or it comes through, because even though you're tired, even though you're over it, even though you're drained, even though you're like really not in the mood, you pull through. You're still showing up. Even though you didn't want to get up and go to work, you still went to work. Even though you didn't want to get up and go to the gym, you still went to the gym. Even though you don't really want to deal with certain people, you still dealt with them, got through with it, got done with it, don't got to deal with it again. It's very much that energy. The next cards is the Two of Pentacles, and it came out with the Ten of Swords. Somebody's trying to be fair in regard to an unfair situation. Somebody's trying to look at something from a level head, a level standpoint, but it's a situation that it wasn't fair. It wasn't even. It wasn't equal. It wasn't... I kind of want to say it wasn't justified. But somebody's trying to be logical about this. Somebody's trying to address this. Somebody's trying to work through this. Somebody's trying to make sense of something. This could even be somebody visiting or revisiting hurt and pain that they've endured, that they've went through. But with the Two of Pentacles, I'm trying to make sense of it. With the Two of Pentacles, I'm trying to understand it. With the Two of Pentacles, I'm trying to look at it from... I'm trying to look at it as the glass half full as opposed to the glass half empty with the Two of Pentacles. The Four of Wands, the Hermit, and the Seven of Wands, which is a Two of Wands. This is somebody made this decision on their own. And I want to be clear, nobody could have made this decision for you. This would have had to have been something that you decide to do on your own. I also feel like this is something that's going to take a while, or it has taken a while for you to come to this point, for you to come to this understanding, for you to have this realization, for you to have this outlook. Because at the end of the day, forgiveness. For some reason, they're showing me the Hermit with the Sun. Virgo, heavy Virgo energy with the Hermit. Which tells me introspection. This is something I had to look at for myself. This is something I had to deal with on my own. This is something I had to heal my own way. Yeah. This doesn't feel surface level at all to me. I gotta be honest. I know I came into this reading. We started out really slow, which is very much Virgo energy. It's like slow and steady winning the race. That's very much giving Virgo energy to me. The slow energy was intentional. Okay. Somebody moving slow, somebody moving really calculated, really very slow. The energy is intentional. This isn't something that just happened. This isn't something that somebody got forced into. Somebody made the conscious decision. Seven of Wands with the Four of Wands. Seven of Wands, somebody standing on business. Four of Wands, what somebody is after, what somebody is trying to attain, the goal is very serious for somebody. Because this would be, if it's connection, it's a divine connection, right? And so if you're not new here, then you know that I usually look at the Four of Wands as if it's something that's internal and for self. I don't I very rarely look at it as like a union between two people. I more so look at it as a union within oneself. And so somebody was very serious about this energy. This isn't something that someone's playing around with. If we were to add these two, it's 11 wands, which equates to a 2 of wands. And so the energy kind of comes off as someone finally locking in, which I guess it ties into the title, because here I am probably like 20 minutes in at this point. It feels like that to me. Nah, more like 15 minutes. Either way, I haven't even addressed the damn title of the video. So the title of the video is Stepping Out of Delusion and Into Your Power. Stepping out of the delusion and stepping into your power. For a lot of us, the delusion was this 10 of Swords. And I don't want to take away from the 10 of Swords, because as I say, a delusion, it's not like this didn't happen. But I think that because of how you are and how empathetic you are and how genuine you are, how compassionate you are, I think that other people's shortcomings, other people's negativity, other people's ill will kind of made it to where somebody kind of took the 10 of Swords and made it more personal than it was intended. If somebody puts you through a 10 of Swords, or somebody drags you through a 10 of Swords, somebody like leads you to a 10 of Swords, the 10 of Swords is more reflective of them than it is of you, right? It's like when someone does something grimy to you, it's not because you deserve it, for the most part. It's because that's just who they are inside. You know what I'm saying? Somebody's negativity is mostly a reflection of them as opposed to a reflection of the person who receives the negativity. And so I just feel like somebody like the 10 of Swords hurt, but somebody went through a 10 of Swords and it almost ruined their whole life. And I think that somebody's understanding with the Hermit, somebody's understanding that it was only that powerful because I gave it that power. Was it difficult? Yeah. Did it sting like a bitch? Yes. But it wasn't something I couldn't make it past. And I think that someone's slowly but surely understanding that energy, which is super dope. Super dope. Somebody's calling the power back. Somebody's calling their own power back. Don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, bro. My bad, guys. I had to respond to that email really quick. I actually was waiting for it. 6 of Wands with the Ace of Wands, another 7 Wands. But this time is with the 10 of Cups. I've been free all morning. Not free, but I wasn't on camera all morning. I was able to do this all morning. Why the fuck would you do this now? Somebody got boundaries up. Somebody has put boundaries up. And it feels very much like, I don't know if it's one particular person or it's just people in general, keep testing that, pushing that, seeing if they can, like, stop doing that. Stop doing that. Because you're going to poke the bear the wrong time and you're going to have a problem. Stop doing that. Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands with the Ten of Cups. This may actually be playing out within family. Like relatives. I want to specify that. Relatives specifically. Because somebody's like, family. I don't know that I would call these people family. Relatives. People that you have no choice but to share your blood with them. That's what this looks like. That's what this feels like. The Knight of Swords in the reverse. It flew out. Somebody doesn't want to speak. Somebody's going to cut a conversation short. With the Page of Swords in the upright. This is 2 swords. Somebody's going to cut off a conversation because they know it's not going to go nowhere. Or somebody's going to stop partaking in a conversation because they know that if they keep going back and forth with this, they're going to blow the fuck up. It's the Knight that's in the reverse. So the action. Somebody's like, I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. I'm going to quit while I'm ahead. That's what that's the energy right there. Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands. It's the Nine of Wands. Somebody keeps insisting. Somebody keeps pushing. Somebody keeps poking the bear. Would not recommend. Nine of Swords and the Strength card. The Five of Wands, the Emperor, and the Fool. Somebody's tired of being the strong one. I feel that in my bones. Somebody's tired of being the strong one. Somebody's tired of having to be the stand-up person. Somebody's tired of having to be the fall-down guy. The way they just brought that to me is very interesting. Somebody's tired of having to be the one that's understanding. I think mainly somebody's upset and not too thrilled with this position because when the tables have turned and the strong one now needs someone to be strong for them, there's never no, it's almost like there's no one there. Probably because there is no one there. Because with the Five of Wands, the Emperor, and the Fool, it comes off as someone having to fight. This Nine of Wands and the Emperor, this is somebody who's having to be the bigger person every day. This is somebody who's having to go through the motions, deal with whatever it is that they're dealing with, family shit, work shit, real life shit, sickness, all type of things. Somebody's going through this, and they are, because somebody's like, I live this shit every day, and every day I have to show up with a smile, and I do, and I don't complain. I also feel like this is why somebody has no tolerance, because even with the Five of Wands and the Fool, this is somebody who's getting the shit that they need to get done, and they're not complaining about it. They're not sitting in a circle to complain about their shortcomings. They're not crying about it. They're not, like, whatever it is that they're doing it in their own time, and they're still seeing the shit through. Somebody, I don't know if this is you, or if this is somebody that you've dealt with or you're dealing with, somebody that's in your energy, but there's somebody here who has a lot on their plate, and it feels like they are, because somebody's like, this person got a short fuse, and probably they do. Well, what they're showing me more than anything else, collective, is that this person's short fuse, their tolerance is because of what they deal with on a day-to-day. And I get it, everybody's different, everybody's capacity is different, cool. But this person has the right to not want to be surrounded by people who have less capacity than them, who sit there and complain about it. Like somebody's tolerance for something. And I feel like this may be with a specific person. Somebody's very tired of having to coach someone, very tired of having to explain shit that should be common sense. It's also, I'm very tired of, like, I explained this to you, still gave you the option to make a choice. You made the choice, the wrong choice, which is not, I'm not saying it's the wrong choice because I said it's the wrong choice. It's the wrong choice because as time went on, the things that transpired showed you that it was the wrong choice and showed you why this was the wrong choice. Things backfired. Things blew up in your face. Okay? Time and time and time again. So now when we go back to the drawing board and I'm inputting my 2 cents here and there and I'm explaining to you again, this is a bad idea. This would be an okay idea. If we're going to do it that way, if you're going to do it that way, like there's a right way, there's a wrong way, there's a common sense way. Like, why am I still explaining this to you? If we've already been through situations where you have seen firsthand with your own eyes, and maybe even put yourself in positions where you've been hurt with your own heart has been devastated and in shambles because of decisions that you just wanted to do because you just wanted to do it. It's your best excuse. And now here we are again, and you're asking me again for something that again should be common sense. Like, I feel, collective, this aggravation, because it's exactly what I'm tapping into. I feel like the aggravation is something that we have unfortunately become very accustomed to. And I think for a little while there, a lot of us may have even been selling ourselves the narrative of this kind of just comes with the territory of working in this job or in dealing with this people or in having this relationship, this friendship. I think for a long time we sold ourselves that narrative. And I think for a lot of us, we're about to start snipping. The tough love thing. I know people see me and they think the tough love thing, that's just her thing, right? It's super unfortunate because I hate having to be, right, that person. But it's like, stop playing with me. Stop fucking playing with me. Because when I have to really... I said today was going to be a day, right? I said that. I'm proud of myself because I feel like the old me would have crashed the fuck out. Cálmate, nena, cálmate. Yo. Let's change the deck. The other day, I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, I was on here referencing The Notebook. And I was talking about how when Noah was like, what do you want? Telling Allie, what do you want? And Allie was like, I don't know. Mad dramatic, right? But it's the Nine of Cups, right? So wish fulfillment. So when I see this, I'm like, well, what do you want? And then the next card is face down. So I don't know. Oh, shit. So immediately I'm like, it brought me back to that part of the movie. I don't know. And it's the Six of Wands. If somebody's like, I just want to be happy. Okay, so what would that entail? I just want to be at peace. Okay, so what would that entail? It's like, so what do you want? I get it, you want to be happy. I mean, we all want to be happy, but what do you want? What's going to make you happy? I get it, you want to be at peace, but like, what is it that's going to... This is somebody asking themselves this. Somebody's like, all right, let me bring this back. Let me wheel this back in. So like, what is it exactly that's going to make me happy? What is it exactly that I would, like, excluding anybody else, what is it that I can provide for myself, that I can do for myself that's going to make me happy? I think somebody has to wheel it back. Somebody is expecting somebody else to make them happy. Somebody is like, I'm in my relationships, I'm not happy in my personal dynamics, friendships, whatever this is. Somebody's like, I'm struggling. I'm struggling to be at peace. I'm struggling to find genuine happiness. And I think, I don't know if somebody else is expressing this, or if this is like you are realizing this, where it's like, okay, at this point, if no one else is making me happy, then that's because there's something that's in me that I'm lacking, or that I'm lacking, that I need, so that I can be happy moving forward, with or without anybody in my life. Like, what is it that exactly that I need, so that I can be good, so that I can be happy? March 3rd could be relevant, or 33. Somebody could be 33. I got the Knight of Pentacles, which to me speaks of time. This has been a long journey here. This has been a long process. This has been a long healing. Three of Cups and the Three of Swords. I think somebody is also going to find, or the thought, the feeling, the urge, the intent is, somebody was trying to find peace in a place where they've only ever found chaos. They only ever found chaos. The thing is that you can't heal where you've been hurt. Like, you can heal what has hurt, right, in you, but you can't heal where you got hurt. It's like if you think of a war zone. The bombs are going off, it's chaotic, it's all type of shit going on. You're not going to expect for a medic to come and heal you right there in the middle of the war zone. They got to drag you out. They got to bring you somewhere else where it's going to be safe, where you're going to have cover. Like, it's the same concept, because I feel like somebody feels like they've not been happy where they are. And maybe it's a physical, like where you physically live, where you physically are. But I think that someone's understanding now, because it feels like years of like using this as an excuse. Honestly, it feels like, well, I can't heal here, but you haven't done anything to leave from here. Really. And so there's got to be something in you. The war is inside. We saw the Hermit. The war is inside. And so what is it that's going to heal me, that's going to help me, that's going to please me, that's going to suffice, so that then I can start making decisions and making moves and doing things externally to fix what's going on around me that I'm no longer content with, or that doesn't bring me peace, that doesn't fit my narrative. But before I work externally, I have to go internally first. That's what this feels like. This. I think somebody's trying to bottle up the things that have affected them, the things that have hurt them, or the ways that they may have hurt other people. I think somebody's trying to bottle that up. I think somebody's trying to... It's almost like somebody's trying to wrap it up so that they can get rid of it. I don't think that it works that way. And I don't think that is going to work. That actually might cause more pain than anything else. Eight of Swords, Four of Pentacles, and the fucking Five of Pentacles, which is a Nine of Pentacles. Somebody doesn't believe that they can. Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, which is 9 Pentacles, and then the Eight of Swords. Somebody doesn't believe that they can. Because altogether I have 2 swords on the table. The 8 and the 3 is 11. 11 breaks down to a 2. And altogether I have a 10 of Pentacles. The 5 plus the 4 is 9, plus the Knight is 10. I got 3 cups in total. I got 10 pentacles. I got 2 swords and I got 6 wands. Somebody may have brought the pain or the betrayal or the fuck the world mindset into a dynamic where it's not necessary. So this is like, or a relationship, even a romantic relationship, it's not necessary here. The things that you needed in survival mode, you needed them when you were in survival mode. You needed them when you were in friendships that were toxic, in relationships that were toxic, with family members and in dealings that were toxic. Those same things that you needed in survival mode, you no longer need them when you're surrounded by soul tribe. You don't need to check nobody when you're dealing with soul tribe, because the interactions are different. The intention is set. And the discernment is on 1,010. It's like somebody's fighting against, somebody's trying to like keep that fight or flight. Somebody's trying to keep the tools that they've gained in when they were in survival mode. Somebody's trying to keep that, but in this new dynamic or in this new space or on this new timeline, whatever, however it resonates for you, it's no longer needed. It's no longer needed. In fact, now is time for someone to learn how to alchemize these tools and create different opportunities with those. It's like they just gave me an example that I definitely cannot use publicly, so I will not say that. Thank you. Thought you were gonna catch me slipping. You wasn't. It's like tools that you've learned when you were living in the street, when you were homeless, when you were doing illegal shit. But now that you've grown past that, you're no longer there. That's no longer where you are in life. You can use those tools to help people that are still in those positions. And who better than you to help? It's like when you see people who like have come out of prison, have come out of jail, doing time, and they lived in the streets, they sold drugs, they did all the things, right? And they're no longer there. They've integrated back into society. They have legit jobs. They have done recovery. They've done rehab. Like, they've done all the things, right? But who better than them to go to the schools and talk to the kids? So you're still utilizing that tool that you gained in survival mode. And in fact, you're using it. It's alchemy. You're using it now. Instead of applying those street smarts for the things to get you ahead in the streets, you're utilizing the street smarts to help other people get out of the streets. I hope that made sense, because that's kind of the best way I can like break that down. The message is that how you handled it before isn't necessarily how you need to handle it now. So when in the past, when you were hurt and you would wig the fuck out because you didn't know how to handle your trauma, because you didn't know how to work through it, because you didn't know how to differentiate between what was yours and what was theirs. Now, when certain things come up that can still trigger you, you're not triggered into oblivion. You're no longer going off on tangents. You're no longer ripping assholes left and right, literally. Somebody's learning how to communicate effectively. Somebody's learning how to fight fairly. Somebody's learning how to... It's alchemy. It's alchemy. Somebody's learning this. I just think that this isn't going to come right away. This doesn't come overnight. This is something that you have to cultivate. It's something that you have to curate. It's something that you have to constantly be working toward. But with that Six of Wands, the only wands on the table there, it was inevitable. It was inevitable that you were going to get to this point. I just don't think that somebody noticed it, or somebody may have not given themselves enough grace to even realize that this is where they were going to be or how they were going to end up. Collective. I would love to stay on here longer with you guys. I do have another 30 minutes to spare before I got to start moving around and being a functional member of society myself. But when I tell y'all that my nerves, this live has been a mess. I think of all the years I've been on live, aside from that New Year's live a few years ago when my brother passed away, I think this live is the one that takes the cake. I'm the most not happy about this live because they really tried me during this live. I gotta say, I need to regroup because the rest of my day I can't afford to function from this space. So I love you guys. I'll fuck with you the long way, the longest way. Shout out to anybody who thugged it out with me because today this was trying. Please don't hesitate to hit that like button. It helps the algorithm. Tomorrow, hopefully, better vibes. Hopefully, better vibes tomorrow. Because I can't promise. I can't promise certain things for tomorrow. So, I love you guys. Have a good rest of your day. And I'll catch you guys mañana. Pray for me. I'm going to need it today.